Okay, good morning, folks. Good morning. Blessings to you. I'm happy you're with me. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. I hope you really enjoyed the weekend. If you're in America, I hope you had a good Memorial Day yesterday. And welcome to day trading. This is the best career ever. We have got such amazing opportunities. We have open doors. We have unlimited potential in the day trading business. So this is the best industry in the world. And I'm really happy that you're spending time here in my channel, so thank you for that. Let's do some trading. We're going to get started in a few minutes. Let me get my act together here, and we're going to open some charts, take a look at trading the lion method. It's a method where we use overbought, oversold, and we use Fibonacci for targets. Very, very simple in that sense. And day trading doesn't have to be complex. It doesn't have to be tricky. People traded short term long before there was a computer and or a chart even. So we can do it. And we have some great tools that will help us along that route. So excited to show them to you. If you're new to the channel, again, we're using the Lion method. Oh yeah, and my name is Ben Leto. I'm a trader, programmer, former atheist. Now I'm a believer, celebrating my 30th year as a believer. So happy about that this year. Yep, 1995. Where did the time go? So happy. If I had 1,000 lives to live, I'd give each and every one of them to Jesus Christ because He is the way, the truth, and the life. And if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and do it today, right now. Don't wait. I am blessed to be here. A little stressed. So I got to admit, sometimes they're crazy. But God is faithful, and I hope He's faithful to you too. Okay, let's take a look. I'm going to have another sip of coffee, and we'll start in a minute. Oh, I did a funny one the other day. Took a sip of coffee and went down the wrong pipe, and I just spat it out everyone. It was a big old mess. I had not done that before in my whole life, I think. And yeah, it was a little dangerous. Thankfully, my wife was on the other side of the house, was not sprayed with coffee. She's so gracious to me. I'm so thankful for her. Thank you, honey. All right. Now, enough of the gushy stuff. I'm gushy because tomorrow is our 20th anniversary, our wedding anniversary. So happy. Okay, guys, this is the first time I'm looking at the charts all weekend. So we're going to walk through them and we're going to see what's going on here. Okay, let's start out with micro Bitcoin. Boy, $110,000 Bitcoin future on the micro futures here. Looks a little choppy for sure. Nat gas, we are overbought and we did have a trade, and look at that, a trade that I missed. So here is an overbought signal. The yellow dots show us we're overbought. We look for the nearest magenta dot to form, and that was right there. And our target is very humble. We have a humble target, and that blue line is our target. So we did hit that target, and we are now going up. Now, another thing to consider is the market is typically below the 100 MA at this time of day. So this magenta colored histogram tells us that. So it was a little more encouragement to go short, since usually price is down at this time of day. That's what it tells us. So that definitely encourages us to be seller, to go short during this time of day. So that's what we were, that's one way to think of it. Now, it's not to say that this will always be a buy signal, but it's a small encouragement for us to go short. It just tells us that historically at this time of day in the last, I think, 7 days, short is a good place to be. Okay. Now we've also included a new indicator. I'm calling it the lion claw, and it is a order flow based, looking at net delta. And this was an interesting situation. We were at positive net delta throughout this entire run up We did a little dip below right here when we hit this 100 MA line. See this little histogram dip down there, and then we shot up again. But it wasn't until our trade formed right here that the signal line, the red line, had finally gone red. You see that? The signal line had finally gone below zero right at the time that we entered the trade. So you can see the market was just exhausted. It was an exhausted market from, gosh, really all the way back here where there was a little dip. So the run up just kept going, and we hit the market exhaustion right there on the natural gas contract. So really good. Net delta is going positive as we reach a new high here. Yeah, it's almost a new high. And we'll be looking for another short setup. Hopefully net delta will lead the way on that. That would be another encouragement for us to go short. All right, micro crude oil. What do we got here? Well, we haven't been overbought, oversold. That was our oversold area. Um, yeah, the market, we did hit our fill order here, just did not hit our target. Now, our target, well, we might have hit that little target there. Yeah, a little short. So this magenta line was a target for this long. So one problem with that is the tendency histograms were negative in this area, showing that the market is usually below the 100, so that it discourages us from going long. That would have been a consideration here on this trade. And also the net delta was coming up a little bit, so it was just peaking up positive when we went long on this trade. It's kind of a mixed signal situation. We are looking for trend trades as well. And with the net delta signal line turning negative here, it could have encouraged us to go short at these levels, magenta dots. Something to think about. I'm not a big advocate for trend trading. Trends are great until they aren't, they're a little hard to pick. All right. 6E, what did the 6E had for us today? Not too many here's an oversold situation. See the yellow dots forming, right? We had a yellow dot form here earlier in the day. That was a good winner. This was a winner, a little bit of heat, but we do hit the targets. Again, oversold. We started looking for our first blue dot, and that's our blue dot right there. So we did hit target on that one. And yeah, the volume delta was positive, so that gives us other encouragement to go along. We had histogram that was up in this area. It was kind of neutral here. We have red, we have green, we have green, 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 red for our tendency histogram. All right, well, we're actually short right now. No, not really. We didn't hit overbought. We want to hit overbought. That really tells us if that market is overbought, oversold. And it was not overbought. It's interesting. The tendency histogram is down in this area. Our net delta, tiger claw, was going south. But look at that. We're getting a little bottom pattern in here. Could definitely shoot up higher. We're at 8:52 in the morning. So we'll wait for a signal on the 6E. Do we have anything going on in copper, high-grade copper? So yeah, we had a good signal right here. This was oversold in this area. So we start looking for, the minute we hit oversold, we're looking for the blue dot. There are no blue entry dots here. We started printing them here, right? And that would have been the entry for the lowest blue dot right here of the sequence, again, coming out of oversold. And then we did hit the target, which is that red line. We also hit the midline, which is another target, the 100 moving average. And we're not overbought, oversold at all throughout this period. Almost overbought, but not quite. Almost overbought, but not quite. All right, let's go quickly to silver here. Silver was overbought, and it did have a somewhat valid sell signal. A little caution here with the 100 being so close to the price action, the fill, the estimated entry short. It takes caution, gives us a little pause. I probably would not have gone short here. I mean, it's a $450 risk. Um, very speculative idea in my estimation. So, um, but it did turn out to be a winner. We did hit target. All right, let's move on and take a look at gold. Gold, probably that would have been a long signal. Again, we're close to the 100. Net delta is just barely positive here. Why would we have gone long? Not really too encouraging. And let's see, we're not overbought, oversold currently. What was, yeah, okay, so we were overbought in crude, 855 here in the morning. We're getting a good sell-off in net delta. We're still positive though. It's still an upward histogram. Could be a risky short. We're already below the 100. I don't like to go short below the 100 on a trend reversal. So the idea here is the 100 is a natural support resistance, right? And if we're coming off of an overbought level, we want to sell between the overbought level and that natural resistance or support area. And this one is just outside of that. So not too encouraging. I do see a big move down in net delta. So that is a thought that we could continue lower. We do have an expectancy, tendency to be up here. If we do go short here, the target would be right there, that blue line. That's generated automatically by the Lion system. And it's basically a 62% extension, a distance from here to here, this blue line from this red dot to this upper blue dot. And we go 62% of that distance down, and that's right where prior buying occurred. Could be an interesting place to go short here. If you're very speculative, I would consider it. Now, we normally try to risk $300 per trade. And if I were to do that, I would risk 9 contracts. You can see on the right here, 9 right here at the bottom. So that would equate to just under $300 in risk. So if we were to go short here, I would do maybe half of that, or 4 contracts. So a half of the R value. Still have net delta of negative. Well, let's continue on. I'm going to pause on that idea. Okay, so this is gold. Still not too much going on. Gold. Here's our daily NASDAQ, just give us a long-term view of NASDAQ. Okay. Deeply overbought right here at 4 in the morning. Something was going on for the YM. The trade occurred right here, right there. That's that short. I would have gone short here coming out of the overbought. I would have targeted the blue line or the rising yellow. And we do hit the blue line right at that point. So that would have been a win in the YM. All right. Very strong downward push. Now, the magenta histograms are showing us that we have an outsized net delta negative. Outsized. So outsized means we go below this lower gray line. And if we go above that upper gray line, we get the green histogram. So that just shows an outsized move in net delta. We had a divergent signal here. We had a lower low, but a higher low on the net delta. So there's a weakening move. M2K, let's take a look at the M2K. Not much here. And take a look at the micro NASDAQ. That delta is pushing up higher. Again, divergence, so higher low in that delta and lower low in price. But client system doesn't show anything. We're not overbought, oversold. All right, let's go back to crude. So crude is the market I considered shorting. I'm glad I didn't. That 100 MA is right now it's acting as a magnet, so we don't want to trade around a magnet that's pulling us into itself. All right, 6E silver. Look at that big push at 9 o'clock here in silver. Hmm. Divergent signal. We had a higher low in net delta, lower low in price. In almost an oversold condition, that would have been a really nice touch. But silver is a big dog. We don't want to mess with him unless we have a really solid overbought, oversold. All right, gold is just out there. Hmm. Russell is hovering at the 100. MNQ is right at the 100. Have some good buying volume. All right, well, MCL did take a turn downward. CL did take a turn downward and it did hit target. So that would have been a good short. And gas is the only market we've got. I think that's in a overbought condition. That's the first step in the Lion system. You've got to look for overbought. Hmm. Divergent in net delta. So we have a lower high, but we have a little higher high in price. So a little sloping upward in an overbought condition. So we're looking at a short in nat gas. We might even be a little more adventurous. Hmm. Want to see a good net delta negative push. So if we were to go short, I would short either here. I might go short here on one contract. Now, risking one contract up to that risk level is only $230 in equity. So the risk is 230 on that trade. Again, you'd be going in here, risking up to there. Oops. That would be your stop loss. Target would be right around the 100 where it is currently. Hold on 1 minute, folk. Let me check our calendar for today. All right, so today's calendar looks 8:30. We had a durable goods orders report. 9 o'clock was our home price index. Got a smart person speaking at 9:30. 10 o'clock consumer confidence. That could be a big one. I'm not feeling too confident about our my consumption is down. All right, 10 o'clock. So that's the big one. 10 o'clock. Let's see if we have anything in the ags. Nope, nothing during market hours. I haven't looked at Forex Factory in a while. Thursday. Tuesday, 10 o'clock, consumer confidence. We don't have the Thomas Barkin speaks at 9:30, but it's not mentioned on Forex Factory's calendar. Maybe Thomas Barkin's not so smart. Who knows? All right. Again, we're looking for overbought, oversold. Micro Nasdaq is a buying situation coming into 9:07 in the morning. Well, crude is now oversold. Realize I'm not getting data here. What happened to my nat gas data? It's old. Okay, well, refresh chart gives us a different picture. I was thinking about going short at the lower one, remember? That would have got us right in this mess. So I'm glad we didn't go short there. That delta has not been negative, really. There was a little dip here in the negative side, but that was the ideal entry. We went overbought again, so the refresh of the chart helped. Had divergence, lower highs in net delta, higher highs in price, into an overbought area. So that might be a consideration for us, right? Divergence in an overbought pointing downward. Crude solidly oversold. And then Q. Hmm. Natural gas is stuck at the 100. The 100 MA. Now the 100 MA is this yellow line. We use that as a natural support resistance area. Yeah, nat gas is just a problem with not getting price action on nat gas here. Well, we might not be able to trade nat gas, guys. My data just is not cooperating. All right, I am getting action in crude. 6E has action. Copper. Hmm. Gold is moving higher. Nothing overbought, oversold. We have nat gas, but I'm not getting data. Well, nat gas was overbought. Crude is oversold. Nine 9:12 in the morning on Tuesday, the 27th. Again, hey, thanks again for being here, joining me. Could be a lonely business, but it's the greatest business in the world, and you're taking it on full bore. I appreciate that. You are a warrior. We are warriors here in this industry. We are the warriors. If you're joining me, feel free to say hello, drop by and chat. We're all friends here. Say howdy. Howdy. Silver the warrior. So we missed this trade in gas. Natty gas. Getting a sell divergence in delta versus price in gold. I'm not interested though. If I don't see it oversold, overbought or oversold. So why are these bands here? What if you're wondering what these are about, it's sort of complex if you're not familiar with it, but Leto Channels is producing these bands, so these up above here, these blocks that are vertical pinstripes, and the lower blocks here that are contain, vertical pinstripes. Those are historical levels, and what it tells us is that during this time of day, so between, in this case, 8:30 on the left side of this block and 9 o'clock on the right side, the gold market has only 10% of the time has it exceeded this level. So 90% of the time it's in this region, right? And then 10% of the time it goes between here and the max values. So, very scientific approach to overbought, oversold. Each market is different during different times of the day, during different days of the week. And this is what Leto Channel shows us. It shows us how this market behaves during each half-hour segment, and you can change it from half hour to whatever you want. And it shows us how this market usually behaves in relation to the 100 moving average. I don't know about you, maybe you are joining me here, but you want to only trade when we're in statistically relevant areas. When we're overbought, oversold, as a matter of historical fact, really, that's where we want to be trading because the market is overbought, oversold, and we're expecting a reversion. That's the goal. And the Lion system takes advantage of that. Anybody have questions on that? I feel like a college professor. I don't want to be one, but well, 916 and the Russell is awake. A push up here to new highs in Delta, recent Delta high. Well, not really. Price just touched its high. All right, I do have some equities loaded, but I don't have the data set up for equities. All right, copper is trying to get overbought. Volume delta. We're oversold in volume delta terms. Crude oil is coming out of oversold, so we do have a buy level here in crude. This is going to be a good trade. We have rising net delta, positive on the net delta. The entry price is right at this level. We're recommending 12 contracts, so let's set our contract count to 12. So 12 is between the blue dot here and the magenta dot down there is about $25 per contract. So we can trade 12 of them comfortably without exceeding our $300 risk. When we go long, we will target the midline or the blue, I'm sorry, the magenta line is getting it calculated based on that swing. I think we're going to probably target the 100. $9.19 in the morning. Okay, why don't I put a horizontal line there? All right, so there is the target. Target is up here right at the 100 area, so that's something to definitely consider. And also, you'll notice it's right about this area, which is a natural point of support resistance reversal, right here at that magenta dot. All right, so let's go long here on a retrace down to that. Guess we gotta go 10. All right, 10. All right, so we're in. You see that? Let's see if we retrace to fill that on a limit order. And we did. We are long now. Okay, we're long. Our target is going to be sell here and our sell stop here. I should have put those in as OCOs, but you get the idea. All right, well, we're in the money, so let's see if we can reach that. I got to change the risk parameters for this account. It wouldn't let me do 12. Guys, we're long in crude. Again, the Lion system has given us an overbought, oh, I'm sorry, oversold level, breaking through prior resistance right here. Looks like we've got some buying action. Net delta is positive and sloping up. Our tendency histogram is showing that usually the market is green, meaning it's above the 100 during this time of day. Has been in historical terms. We have about 9 minutes to the equities open. Let's see if crude can give us a push up here, huh? Let's see if we can find some footing and run up to the 61.19 level in crude. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to do 8. We're going to get off 8 there, and we'll hold on or extended level of that swing high. That should be a creative way to get out. All right, so partial exit, 8 at the 100 MA. Well, come on now. Give it another run up here, crude. Give it another run up. 9:30. Well, we got 9:24 in the morning. Come on now. We're in at the right price, I feel. Followed our system rules really well. All right, price is moving. Gonna get off 8 contracts at that level. All right. Well, gonna do our 2 contracts. I've got to stop there for the 2 in case crude bails on us. We don't want to be caught holding that bag. All right, the 8 and the 10, 8 and the 2 are there. So one of our rules, general rules, is that once a bar closes completely in profit, we move the stops to break even. And we just did it, but I'm gonna hold off on that. Yeah, it's a little riskier. We're gonna wait for a second bar to close in the money. Four minutes to the open in equities. Okay, so we have had 2 bars close in the money, guys. Let's move our stops to nearly break even. Got 1 tick in the money. If we get stopped out, no big deal. Can't win them all, but we are basically on we're on a break even right now, plus a tick on a couple of the contracts. If we don't slip, Few minutes to the open in equities. I don't know. Does crude have the guts to move up? We're seeing a little sell-off in net delta, still positive, you can see, but it's weakening. Keep up one more little tick, we'll be out 8 contracts, which is good. All right, well, that was a little close to for comfort, but we did hit our first target, so celebrate that. 9:29 in the morning. We are targeting that area of supply right here at 61.54. Not too bad, all y'all. We are up $96 on those 8 contracts. If you're trading full-size crude, that's $960. That's a good day. That's a good day. Coming up at 9:30 here. What I'd like to do is make these OCO orders. Yeah, I'll just have to cancel it manually. But the lion method worked. Got one win under our belts so far. It's 9:30. Equities are tanking. Wow, the Dow is definitely on its down move. Downstroke in the Dow. Not oversold though. What was it? No, just barely. Almost oversold. You can see it. And the nice thing about Lido channels is you can see the volatility. Historical volatility shows that, yeah, look at that. The 10% region is now greatly expanded, right? Shows that volatility is high. And here we show volatility was very high between 8 and 8:30. So it gives us an idea of historical volatility very, very plainly. Where's our crude? Yeah, crude might get stopped out. Might, might not. I don't know. Still have positive net delta. Again, if we get stopped out, I got to manually close that order up on top. Gold seems to be on a breakout into overbought. Waiting for that to mature. YM is still got a ways to go to get oversold. Russell still heading toward oversold. Okay, well, looks like our screwed position has died. Again, $96 win. Came back to our entry price. And the 100 proved just too strong. I'm glad we took the 100 as the target, right? Because we did not hit our 62% level. Something to keep in mind, right? Our scalp worked very well. All right, where's this crazy YM? Okay, so that's it. 6E, flatlining, of course, crude. Yeah. Yeah, NG, I'm not getting live data on. I can refresh a chart, but a lot of good that does for us. Yeah, it's just I'm not getting live data, guys. Sorry about that. But look at that. Nice move out of overbought. Copper, silver. All right. Well, we got one win in our belt, and gold is now overbought. Gold is overbought. Equities have had a bad day. We are oversold in the Russell, and our tendency histogram is up. So historically, the market likes to be above the 100 during this time of day, ripe for a reversal. Strong net delta downward. Over. This could be a trend trade, folks. We bounced off the 100. 100 has been support. We're in a strong uptrend, and we just broke through that area of resistance. So I'll tell you what, in copper, we're going to go and buy limit on a retrace down to here. We're going to risk we're just going to risk down to that magenta dot. The risk would be here, 225. So this is a trend trade again. Net delta is somewhat rising. Really impressive. Getting less negative, if that helps. Right? Not filled yet. This is going to be our second trade, and we'd be targeting that level. So it's a good looking reward to risk. Risking that to gain from here up to here. So 262 gain versus 225 risk. It's all theoretical until we get a fill. Yeah, crude just can't get above the 100 on a 1 minute chart. Very happy we got out at the 100 in crude. I would love to be able to hold contracts all day for multi-handle gains. However, the markets don't do that. I mean, yeah, it happens. What is the win rate on doing that? That's the question. So we're just going to scalp. We're going to be happy with our scalping. Copper is still lingering. It could be a train that left the gate without us, and that's all right. Let's make it one last offer. We're going to go a tick above our high dot. Russell is oversold, and the net delta is coming positive. $21 risk. Now I'm doing that because I'm above the 90-10 line. So let's do 3 contracts by limit here on the Russell. And then we're going to stop market down there. Now that is a little risky, but I'm going in very small. It's about 14 contracts for the $300. So we're only a fifth of that, roughly. Okay, copper is filled. Keep an eye on copper, guys. We are long. Now, this is a trend trade in copper. I haven't gotten filled in our breakout of the Russell from its oversold area. Copper is going the right direction. Not too bad. All right. Good news, copper. Good news on copper. Still not a position on Russell. There we go. We got some movement in copper, folks. I'm going to do an OCO order, make it official. And in a preemptive move, yeah, I'm going to move my stop to a really tight, I don't know, 2 or 3 ticks. Looking good, huh? Who knows what the next tick brings? If you want a certainty, then you ain't going to find it in futures or in any sort of trading. I don't know what the next tick brings. I do not know, and nobody knows. The Lord knows. He knows the casting of the lot and the die. He knows the thoughts and intents of a heart. Everyone who's trading today, he knows you. He loves you. And he has made a way. He's the way maker. Oh, what happened? We got filled, guys, on the Russell. I'm a little nervous on this trade. That delta is improving. Pretty good. Okay, we're in the money a couple of bars, so I'm going to go one tick in profit on our stop. So that's a risk-free trade now. So let's see how copper shakes out. Well, it's already softening, so maybe it's going to be a loser or break even. Broke through one resistance level here, but this high is proven to be a challenge. Russell doing? Russell's okay, guys. Let's move our stop to a tighter stop. Very small amount of risk. Go back to copper here. I don't know. Do we have the fortitude to climb again? All right. Well, we hit our stop. Small loss. $10 loss in mini Russell, micro Russell. Oh, what happened? Copper stopped out. All right. Not too bad. A one tick profit on our exit there. There are going to be more trades. Yeah. Negative delta is coming in. All right. Well, we gave him some commission. Only 9:45 in the morning. Now since we're overbought here, this is our normal sell level in micro gold. I'm just not too impressed because we're close to that 100. For being a pill. Thin market. Copper is a thin market. All right, look at that. We just hit our overbought at an area of, this is a supply zone, right? We've got too much supply. People are not interested in buying. This flat net delta is just wandering in gold. No conviction at those levels. Well, not too bad that we got out of the Russell when we did. It's still taking its sweet time. Normally, this would be a sell level. I'm just not so interested in getting short at that 100, guys. So I'm going to take a pass on it. Lord help us. What is happening with copper? Huh. I, you know what? I missed that level. I wonder if that was not there at the time, but that was the target for that entry. So having gone long here, we would have been out with a profit there. I should have known that, folks. Sorry about that, but that would have been a good exit. All right. NASDAQ crawled back to the hundreds. Nice divergence, net delta. I'm going to go long again on 3 contracts. And I'm going to put a stop down here. So price is just gone down below the prior low, but net delta is clearly up higher. Based on the fact also we dipped into the overbought level here for just a moment. Let's go long. Now, it's a little bit off book, not our normal trade setup, guys. And looks like it's working. I'm going to target the 100. So let's do this proper. All right, so I got my OCO order in. Makes it easier. Net delta helped pick this trade out. Now, I got to be honest with you, and I'm not just saying this because it's hindsight, but when I did go long on this trade, I was thinking we're going to hit the oversold again. Market bounced twice, right? Once into it and again back into it. That's 2 bounces into oversold. And really, that was on my mind, to be honest. But again, we just lost a couple bucks on that first trade. Let's see if this next one can pull us up. Again, we're risking a pretty tiny amount. So we're risking what, 40, 50 bucks or so, 49. I don't like that. Don't like that at all, though. Key reversal bar on a area that has been a selling area. That is a lot like a double top, right? Don't want that. I do not want to be long on a double top. So let's do something creative. We're going to sell one at that double top. Let's see, push into that. We're getting off one contract right there at that double top area. Okay, we hit it. So we got a little bit of profit. I'm going to go and put our break even on the remaining two. A little one tick in the money. Let's peel another one off at this level. Who wants to go for a little bit more money? We're not a scalp anymore. I'm going to target that 90-10 line on the other side of the overbought area. So we're oversold right now. Pretty healthy. Oh, looking good, looking good. I don't know who was doing all that selling at the open, but I hope they're sorry about it. Oh, they're probably happy. I think they probably drove it that way for a reason like this. Hey everybody, let's push it into oversold. Because Ben is on to us. Let's see if he can pick this one up. Oh yeah, guys, I'm on to you. I am on to you and your little overselling game. Yeah. Well, get on board with me, guys and gals. When I say guys, I mean guys and gals. And get on board. If you are interested in picking up a copy of either of these indicators or both, or the third one, which hasn't been on our site yet, on my site yet, is the store.sbgtradingcorp.com. Store.sbgtradingcorp.com. Visit me, pick them up. Pick them up. We actually have a deal on any purchases over $370. Gets 40% off. Yeah, this is a big deal here. Memorial Day sale, guys. 40% off anything in the store when you buy over $370. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I don't know how long this will last. Maybe just another 2 minutes when you guys uh, run me out. Let's buy all of my inventory. God bless you guys. I hope you're blessed. I hope you're doing really good. I really do. I want nothing but good things for you, my friends, my adversaries, wherever you are, God bless you. All right. The Russell is eking out a move. Maybe I'm asking too much. So I'm going to move my trailing into the money a little bit more. So we're protecting more profit. Net delta is still positive. It's weakening. The Russell is not done trading today. Early. It is 9:58. So we do have, what do we have? We have some smart guy who spoke. We have a smart guy that spoke at 9:30. Consumer confidence in a minute. Okay, that's what we're holding on for here. Coming into that report, folks, let's get out one contract. All right, so I just exited one more because we got that report in a few minutes that I had forgotten about. All right, so we're up 120 bucks today. I mean, we only risk, well, I mean, initial risk is what we consider. I mean, initial risk, we did 1 1/5, 1.2 R, and we're up a half an R on our reward to risk. You guys know how to calculate that R value? I guess it's not really a calculation. It's what is your standard risk size in dollars. If you're risking $100, then R is 1. If you're risking $1,000, then R is 1,000. That's all it means. That's all it means. All right. The news is out. Consumer confidence is out. Let's see what the Russell does here. All right, so that level is down here now. Let's target that. All right, well, we hit our Fibonacci level. In light of that, let's move our trail just below that swing, guys. And Nazi is enjoying some good news, apparently. The world is saved. Consumer confidence looks positive. We look very confident. Gold is dropping. Inflation worries are over. Chicken in every pot. Ford in every garage. What am I born in the 1920s, 30s? Glad I'm not. I'm glad we were born this year, these years. We got medicines. We got the internets, the interwebs, email, social media. All right, Russell, keep on moving. I read that Apple is down 21% this year, stock value. Tesla, I read, is off 49% off on their sales in Europe. European sales are down like 50%. Why are they so upset with Elon? My goodness, God just gave away his time to help cut costs in America. Wow, is that what we're upset about? Whew. What have we become? Lord help us. Lord Almighty help us. How dare he cut our costs and save money? That's unheard of. What are you from Mars? Oh, that's good. What's wrong with you, Elon? Are you from Mars? I think he wishes he was. Yeah, I'd rather be from Mars. You people are crazy. So happy we got out of copper when we got out, right? That was a good short. Ladies and germs, this is where I should have gone long with silver. Push up on a huge volume at 9 o'clock, retraces, rejects the 100, and moves up higher. But I don't like trend trades. That's a trend trade. Resumption of the trend. I mean, ideally, yeah, would have been a big winner. Going here up to here, $325 gain. Okay, well, I'm loving this Russell trade. What else is going on? Take a look at our crude, the world of crude oil. Texas tea, black gold. Who watched the Beverly Hillbillies when they were growing up? Mr. Drysdale. What was the woman's name? The secretary, Mr. Drysdale's secretary. She was British. Forgot her name. Mr. Drysdale was such a classic banker. All right, Russell's doing well. All right, we're at a critical junction here. That 100, that yellow line, the lion trend line, is in between us and our target. What will happen? Stay tuned. We don't have too much else to look at. 6E, another little trend trade here. Yeah, and just not a good one for the Russell. Hits that. You'd think it was a wall of iron. I would consider a short trend on this one, except the net delta is just weak. It's almost turning positive. Gold is coming back up into that area. Copper, the end of the US penny, right? That's got to put a dent in some demand because they've got billions of pennies out there. Any of you out there are numismatists? I collected coins as a kid. I still got them. If you're a numismatist, tell me what your oldest coin is. Oh my gosh, I know I've got an 1833 half dime. Actually, I might have an 1818 or 1808, like half penny. I don't think it's 1808. I gotta look at them. But I got some old ones. I was really into it in the mid 80s. Now I just collect futures contracts. The Iron Curtain been pierced by the Russell. Been pierced, I tell you. That's a sweet trade. Man, I love that trade. Compliments of Leto channels and the Lion Claw here with our look at order flow. Oh boy, it got pierced only so slightly. Who knows what tomorrow brings for the Russell? See, I mean, it was able to break through on the NASDAQ. The Russell's hitting it. YM is nowhere near it. Oh, you think it was impossible? I don't know about this one. I don't feel it. Silver is heavy. Copper is heavy. Crude is the dude. Don't be crude. Guys, I'm gonna take a little personal break and I will be back in a moment. I wish you all All right, everyone, we're back. I don't know why it turned off the charts. Could have kept them on. My bad. Okay, well, the Russell is moving up, so our trade is still in the money. Again, I went long on a, I don't know what to call it, a little bit discretionary trade, but many times we'll do a double touch of the oversold area or overbought area before we move out of it. And that worked out today. Had a good bounce out of the overbought. Let's zoom in a little. So this candle right here, right? This green one is a nice little pin bar. It went to a new low, so it went below the prior low and it rejected it. And you can see down here the order flow was definitely rising, certainly, not a doubt about that. And the price had just dipped below that, so a little bit of divergence signal. And then I went long on a confirmation when it just kept on going up. We broke out above that little level, and it has been a good trade so far. The another thing, obviously, is the tendency histogram was positive, meaning that this market during this time of day is usually above the 100. So definitely a good time to go and be buying down here in oversold areas. A lot of factors came in together here. Order flow, overbought, oversold. And I used the targets here. I got out two contracts. One was a little earlier, one is here, another was right there at the before the news release. And then we're holding on. I don't mind holding on all the way up to the overbought. Maybe this market will recover nicely. It'll be the high of the day if it does hit that. So maybe that's a little aggressive. Yeah, it is. I mean, no doubt about it. It's aggressive. Let's move our stop. I'm going to move it below that swing. You guys see that swing right there? Oh, we're long. All right, I've got to look up. Pardon me while I look up Mr. Drysdale's secretary, D-R-Y-S. Mr. Drysdale, he died in 1980. God bless him. Mr. Drysdale, let's see here, Raymond Bailey. Okay, Nancy Culp was secretary's name, actual name, Nancy Culp. Oh, she passed away in 1991. God bless her. Well, that's interesting. Jane Hathaway, that was her name in the character name. Mrs. Hathaway. Nancy Culp. Pretty. Served in the Navy. Nancy Culp from 1944 to 1946. Turns out, I guess she wasn't British. I always thought she was British. Dang, she was born in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Went to college here in Dade County, Florida. Florida State University. Culp, a cigarette smoker, was diagnosed with cancer in 1990 and received chemotherapy. By 91, the cancer had spread, and she died on February of 91. God bless her. Nancy Culp, thank you for your comedy. You were like my favorite. Guys, we're ripping it up on the Russell. Ripping it up on the Russell. Yeah, I got out two contracts too early. What can you do? What can you do? You know, we're just dust. We get fearful. I gotta reload this because I'm not getting data. Reload all historical data on my natty gas. How did that play out today? Oh, guys, come on. Look at that. Beautiful. Lion trade. Just a nice scalp. You know, we're not looking to set the world on fire. Here's another instance of the two bounce rule, right? We had one into the oversold out and then back in and a strong move up on buy volume. So, gotta look into that. Here's another two bounce situation. Boom, 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 boom. Well, three bounce actually. Well, no, I mean, if you really want to be ticky-tack about it, we had one bounce in. This gray line here shows we bounced out and we bounced in again. And volume was kind of meh. All right, well, that's nat gas. Again, my data is screwed up in nat gas, so we're not getting that. SIHG is rallying back. Remember we went long here, guys, and I was targeting that level. That was my mistake. Here's a flush reversal candle. Negative volume on a pin bar up closing pin bar. See that? That's a flush reversal right there. That is a good signal. I gotta develop a marker for that. Oh, Russell, look at you, beautiful thing. Consumer confidence. All the stock pickers love it. 10:21 in the morning, folks. I'm going to be wrapping it up once we hit this target or hit the stop, whatever happens. Look at you, Russell, baby. Russell, baby, you're the one. So Jane Hathaway, Miss Hathaway. She had a weird accent, didn't she? It's not Pennsylvania accent. I bet she spent some time in. Oh, there we go. She's got to spend some time in England. A lifetime smoker. Oh, smoking. Ooh, Russell is happy. Small businesses are happy. What do you guys think about my target? Am I too aggressive? That's the high of the day. High of a couple days. Going all the way back to the 21st of May is when we hit that level. That's a meteor. Meteoric. Let's see how it reacts at the blue line. Maybe we'll get out. Meat, E, or ick? Meteoric. Meteoric. Send the light, the blessed gospel, light the world, shore to shore. Send the light, the blessed gospel, light the world, forevermore. All right, we're getting near that high of the day. This is where the plot thickens. Thicken that plot. Thicken that plot, brother. Well, the industrials are not as ecstatic as small caps and tech. Tech seems to be pretty happy with consumer confidence. Look at that reversal of net delta. A lot more trading going on at the ask. They're hitting the ask. Yeah, look at that, guys. Could be a challenge coming up to a triple top. I'm up $90 on this single contract. All right, who out there loves trading, right? I know it makes you want to pull your hair out and sometimes makes you cry in your bed at night. Oh, it's a couple times I've done that. Why? Why did I do that? Why did that happen? Ours is not to wonder why, right? Wow, that's a quadruple top. My correction. Oh, we're above it though. Stop has been moved up. A little bit of support there. Oh, this is so lovely. Coming up on plus $100 if we get up to a new high here. I've still got my target holding close to that low of this Leto zone. Overbought area. Coming up on 10:30. Do we have anything happening at 10:30? I don't think so. Tuesday. Well, we do have that Dallas Fed manufacturing survey. 2 minutes away from the Dallas Fed manufacturing survey report. See if that's mentioned in Forex Factory, guys. Oh, I didn't even look at my favorite LE instrument. Nope, not even mentioned. All right, so let's do that. I'm going to switch over to LE. Haven't looked at it yet today. Well, we got a double tap into oversold. That's a big push for the Russell. 1 minute away from the Dallas Fed report. Guys, I don't like that. I do not like that. Up volume, reversal at a high. I think we're going to sell off here. It's a shame, but this is trading. They had a good run. I'm happy. Yeah, we had a good run. No, it's not over yet, but all right, our overbought level moved down, so I will tighten that up a little. It needs a rest. Russell has shot up significantly past its 922 high. Can it hold? The news of the Dallas Fed is out right now, 10:30. Do they have like any time to read it? I wonder if they just look at a number and react. Yeah, they have expectations, sure. All right. Well, like I said, when we hit our stop or target here, we'll probably close up the shop. And I'm thinking it might be the stop. Oh, I don't know. Man, the market is something else. I'll have a look at the NASI, the Dow. I don't follow the ES too much. Oh, now the YM is still moving northerly. Hmm. Yeah, I should have got out at 9:29. Delta volume is equal, roughly. A little bit here, a little bit there. I gotta tell you, I'll be honest, that being here Tuesday morning has really been good for me. So thank you again. I want to thank YouTube for giving us a platform for each of us to talk. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. I don't know what tomorrow brings. It's all in the hands of the Lord. He is the one who numbered my days. And I have been thankful to spend this day here with you. Make some money, one of the greatest businesses ever. trading on value of, in this case, the small stocks, the small cap, the future value of the Russell Index. We had a winner in do crude. So we had a break even in crude. Yeah. Well, we had a winner. No, we got out one contract, right? And then we had like two contracts or something. One in at the 100, remember? Yeah, right there. Oh, we got out eight. That's right. Okay. We're the winner. That was a break even, so I won't even record that. We got that one. Copper. Switched off of copper. Let's go back to copper. Where are you? HG. I think we had a one tick. Yeah, we had one tick. I won't even count that. What else did we do? We didn't do any gold. Didn't trade the YM. What the heck did we trade? Might have just been that. Am I right? Man, my memory. Tell you what. I tell you what. We had a gold trade today. If memory serves, $32.91. Am I the worst? I am the worst. 32.91 to close. What? Oh, okay. We had accrued. I'm looking at my order history. Yeah, our first trade with crude. Then we did the copper fiasco. Got one tick in copper, and then we just been in M2K. So only three trades. Look at that line, blue line, the iron curtain on the Russell. How'd you guys do on today's trivia? The Mr. Drysdale's secretary's name. Yeah, the Russell. It could break to new highs, guys, but no, look at right. I said that it goes down. Yeah, that quadruple top is a tough one. I was foolish to think that we could push through. The young fool. A dreamer who dreamed. All right, well, maybe not. So funny. Look, my phone has just warned me there's very high levels of UV today. Be careful out there, and everyone who lives in Florida, I guess it's always got high levels of UV. Thank you, cell phone, for letting me know. Give me enough to worry about. Oh, this market is just hanging in there. Driving me crazy. Look at that crazy. It's not done yet. Not done yet. All right, I'm gonna need a vote from you guys. Who's ready to put a stop, put the limit order at the high of that green candle there, right below the blue line. Come on now, push up. Oh, I think there's more to this market. Come on now, get up there. The Russell has gone sleepy on us. Look at that net delta, just tanked. Have any conviction in the market evaporated at the triple top line. But we soldier on, folks. The market is right now at 2079.9, but it changes and more than likely it'll be up or down. A little bit of wisdom. More than likely it will not be 2079, 2080 in a month, but which direction will it be? That is a resistance line. Well, looky here, y'all. Oh man, this could be it. Or this could be a fake out breakout. $2.30 away from my target. Come on now. Get on up. People here are bored watching you, but my commitment is to hit target or hit stop. So do one or the other. Oh, look at that, guys. We got a fib level right at the highs. And a little bit above it, but these swings here are targeting that level. I got to do it. I've got to do it. I'm going to move my target. I'm giving in a little, conceding a little bit. Let's see if we hit that. Come on now, I'm almost there. I feel like I'm selling out. Man, I am selling. Got a limit order to sell. I'm a sellout. I'm a sellout. Did I mention tomorrow is my anniversary, guys? So, I just want to say happy anniversary to my wife. Yeah, she thinks I'm crazy, and she's probably right. Really? Look at that. One or two ticks away. Couldn't do it. Thank you, Heather. Thank you for being my wife. Men across the world should be as lucky as I am. Okay, it's not luck, it's love. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Lord, for loving me. Grace, grace, God's grace. Grace that is greater than all my sin. Guys, what do you think about this trade, huh? Give me a vote. Should I leave it? Yeah, leave it. If I get up to that level, I'm just over $100 on this position. So, yeah, why not? Long from 61.4 exiting at 81.6. So that is 61.20 and 20.2 points. Yeah, that's $101. Come on now, look at you scoundrel. Really? I mean, that's a tick or two. One tick. Yeah, 81 and a half. I'm at 81.6. Man, you little butt pain, you. Oh, I wonder if I'm gonna get censored for saying butt pain. Come on, one more tick. Come on. One more tick and I get to have some lunch. Oh, we hit it, guys. Come on, fill it. Really? Really? Didn't get filled. I have been filled, not. Look at you. Think I have all day. Going for a C note. I think I risked like $10 on this position, so there's a 10x return, yo. So it hit the price, but it didn't get filled. And that's something. $10.54. It's been a half hour of sitting here. Look at that. We hit it at 10:30. We right around 10:28 and took us a half hour of our life. A half hour of our life gone. Gone. Come on, one more tick. Come on. Dirty dog. That's a tragedy. Mm, sad. One more run. Come on. Sure you guys have never experienced something like this before, right? No. What is OpenAI new device? The OpenAI team. Welcome to the robotic age. Pocket-sized AI companions. Altman said the deal could add $1 trillion in value to his company, OpenAI, noting the company expects to ship 100 million so-called AI companions that promise to be pocket-sized, screen-free, and equipped for full awareness of a user's surroundings. The device won't be glasses, Altman said, noting I was skeptical of wearable technology. What? At $1 trillion in value. Wow. First AI consumer device, it's calling it. Oh, Lord. What is man that you're mindful of him? All right, we're at 10:59. I was hoping this was going to be done 10:30. But no, I had to hold on for a higher target. Christ got tapped twice. Let's see, 11 o'clock surge. You guys want to bail out ahead of time? I don't blame you. I'm bored. Have a good day. We are up 220, 220 bucks, and that's not too bad. We risked like 1.2 R and we were sitting in 0.6 R in gains. Yeah, come on now, get up there. Don't be a pill. Mm-hmm. Come on now. Get on up. It's time to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Normally we scalp And this is definitely not a scalp. This is a turning into a position trade. Look at that, though. It really does want to exceed that level. Maybe this time. Come on. Hey, guys, we did it right at 11:01. Beautiful. The trade is over. I'm up $213 on the day, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I hope you're blessed too. Thanks again for joining me. May 27th, this has been Leto. I wish you good things and a beautiful tomorrow. May 28th, my anniversary of 20 years married to my lovely wife. Again, thank you guys. God bless you. And come back again tomorrow.